Hello. Shamika? 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 Is that how you pronounce it? D Miller 95, welcome. We are doing, it's Mediumship Wednesday, which means I'm here to do a mediumship demonstration, aka short messages from spirit. Shamika. Okay, yes. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to try to do this a little bit more often. I am going to be starting work soon. So I don't know. I'll have to switch it up when I'll be doing it or what Mediumship Wednesday will consist of in the near future. But as far as today and right now, I'm going to be demonstrating mediumship, what that looks like, what it is. I will wait a few minutes before I get started to see. I did a poll on what time would be the best, and 12 o'clock was the time that the majority chose, so we will see. Do you know what mediumship is, Shamika? Have you heard of that phrase before? I feel like I'm so far away. Okay. No. Okay. Illumination Inspiration 77. Welcome. So mediumship means that I'm a medium. So I have the ability to connect what I have the ability to connect with spirit. So spirit is a collective word for me for anyone who has either lived on this earth and transitioned back into spirit, or energy. Okay, so everything's made up of energy already. Like that's scientifically proven, that's a fact. But when the body dies, the spirit goes back to an energetic being that we are. We're just having a human experience. So basically I can connect with people that have lived that are now passed on to spirit. Mediumship. So mediumship is just really like I'm the middle from spirit to you. If that makes sense. Like say I was gonna bring in your great aunt from Florida or something, and you know she's telling me all these things about herself that you can say, yeah, like that's my aunt, like she was like that. That's what it is. And I was taught to bring evidential messages. So what that means is messages that you can prove, like, yes, this is my loved one without a doubt. Yeah, so that's the way I was taught, and that's the way I do my mediumship. It's very important for people to be really open when they come to events like this. This is a small event. I wouldn't even call it an event, but anytime you schedule a reading or anytime you go to like a group reading, to be open to whoever comes in, because you never know what spirit has for you. You never know who's going to come in. Okay. I've had an instance where I had a reading with someone who I gave evidential information. I was able to clarify who their loved one was. And because I couldn't get specific information that they wanted from their loved one didn't want to discuss what they wanted to know. So I can't give you anything more than what your loved one in spirit gives me. I can't pull shit out of my ass. Like, that's not a thing. So that's mediumship. Okay. S. Vega. Hey girl, how are you if you're still here? Usually I open myself up before I start these sessions, but I was in a session prior, so I could not do that. So I'm open now to see what information wants to come in. Shamika, you're still here, and who's the other person that's still here? Who's the other person? That's y'all. Oh, okay. D. Miller, you're still here. Okay. Do you know what mediumship is? I'm looking at your profile a little bit. Okay. Do you know what mediumship is? Lily Sweet Cakes, welcome. I'm trying to tune in and see if there's anyone that wants to come forward for anyone here. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lily Sweet Cakes. That means a lot. I appreciate it. Your name is Ileana? I go by Lily. Is it Ileana? Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna bring forth what I feel like is here, and then you guys can tell me if this resonates with anyone, okay? I have a man here, and their mustache is really prevalent to me. So would anyone here would know someone that they've loved in spirit that had a prominent mustache? I feel like it was a thick mustache, and I feel like they were like really manly and burly in life. They could have been police. They could have been a police officer. They could have been in the military, because of like the mustache is like really prominent. Can anyone resonate with anyone like this? Anyone know this type of energy? And he makes me feel like he would have been like 40s, early 50s, possibly when he passed. Okay. So, Ileana, you're saying yes. Okay. That you may understand this. Okay, so I'm going to try to get more. I really feel like they were very disciplined. I feel very, very disciplined. And could come off as like, could be really harsh too. Would you understand that? I feel like he could have been a difficult person to be around. I don't feel like he was very affectionate either. Would you understand that, Lily? Ileana, Lily. So I'm just going to wait. It's resonating. Okay, thank you. He's making me feel like his passing was due to illness as well. Because I feel like he passed young. He was younger. Perhaps maybe he had like a heart condition or lungs, or just like something in this area, because I'm feeling it like in my back too. So I don't know like what was going on with him, but I feel like it was from this region and into my back, if that makes sense. I feel like this is a paternal tie, so I don't know if this is your father or someone on your father's side of the family. So either your father, your uncle, or grandfather. Okay. You've been seeing two birds always flying when, okay, your uncle. Okay, thank you. And was this an uncle? Was this your dad's brother? Yes, through your dad. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, thank you. Um, okay. Um, I'm feeling like the message really that he has for you is one of encouragement right now. Okay, so I don't know if you're facing some adversity or if you're facing some like self-doubt or whatnot, but he's coming in and I feel like it's like disciplined type of energy, like, but I feel like he's wanting to be uplifting and encouraging in the way that he can be. Okay, because I feel like he wouldn't be someone that like, come here, let me give you a hug, everything's gonna be okay. Like, I don't feel like that's his energy, but I feel like this is the way that he's coming in to help with that. And if you are recognizing these symbols, like birds and butterflies and feathers, and when you see those, and if you automatically think of him, know that that's him, that's his energy, his spirit communicating with you, okay? I feel like he's protective of you as well. So he's coming with love more than anything else. Like, he's coming with love, even though he may not have been someone that was loving or, you know, portrayed love in that way. I feel like he's coming in to just help you and support you at this time. Okay? Okay. And I thank you for that, Ileana, Lily. So if you want to discuss this later on, you can definitely send me a DM. And is it okay if I repost this, you guys? I always want to ask before I do it. Okay, so for now, I'm just seeing what comes in, guys. And I do individual readings, so if you're interested in booking a reading with me, you can do that by the link in my bio. I have another energy here, so you guys can let me know if it resonates or not, okay? I have an energy of a young male here. I feel like he could have been like late teens, maybe early 20s. Okay. Late teens, maybe early 20s. I feel like he lost his life young. I feel like he would have been either athletic or very active. He has like this type of like, the feeling that I get is that perhaps maybe he was like on a varsity team or something, like a football player. He could have done some skateboarding, but I feel like he was really active, okay, before he passed. Does this resonate with anyone here? And hi, Ryla. It's resonating. I'm good. How are you? Did you move already? Ryla? Does anyone resonate with the energy that I just brought forth? I feel like it was a male. I feel like it's a male energy. this is mediumship. So I'm just doing a demonstration, which means I'm just bringing in messages from spirit for whoever's here, if they resonate, okay? Right now I have one that is a male that I feel like past late teens, maybe early 20s. I don't feel like it was like maybe 19, 20. And I feel like they were really athletic, had a lot of energy. I feel like they were either an athlete or did like a lot of like outdoor activities, maybe skateboarding or biking or something. I feel like they were very, like they had to put their energy into something because they had a lot of it. Does anyone resonate with any of this that I'm saying? Sorry. Okay. Not for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay. Hello, Rasa Do and Miss Donnie, baby. Welcome. I'm just doing a mediumship demonstration. Again, I will say the energy that I felt. A young male who passed between the like late teens, early 20s, no more than 20. I feel like they were very athletic, either like on a varsity team of some sort or skateboarded or biked or something. They were like, they had a lot of energy and they enjoyed the outdoors. Okay. Okay, thank you. So I'm gonna let this stay here, and then if there's a, you know, I'm gonna repost it. So if anyone is recognizing this energy, I know it's not that much information, but that's just the basic information that I got. If it resonates with you, please send me a message, and I'll see about getting more information for you with this energy. Okay. 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 So let's see. Is there anyone else that would like to come forth in a message? Okay, so I'm getting a feminine energy that's coming in, and I feel like it would have been someone's mother that's passed. It could be a mother or it could be a grandmother, but I feel like there's a maternal instinct here, okay, that I'm picking up on. I feel like she would not have been born where I'm at, California. She would not be born in California. I feel like she would have been born elsewhere, and I feel like she could have had an accent as well. And I feel like how I picture her is like with glasses and like her hair pulled back. I feel like she would have wanted to present herself well. I wouldn't say that she would want to overextend herself, you know, like keep up with the Joneses, but I feel like she would want to present herself well. I feel like she was well spoken, but I feel like she didn't speak that much, but when she did speak, it spoke volumes. I feel like she is like, she has a specific bond to someone that's present here. I feel like she would have been extremely loving, extremely affectionate. She could have done things with her community as well. And that could be church, that could be with charities. I mean, community-based is what I feel like she would have been like. Welcome Elaine and Alexis and Minnie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm doing my mediumship demonstration right now. And so I'm just picking up on the energy that I feel. Does anyone resonate with the energy that I have presented thus far? Happy Wednesday. Hump day for those that work Monday through Friday. The week's almost over. Yes. I'm trying to get what else from this energy. So to recap, I feel like it's a motherly type of energy. I feel like she wasn't born where you were from. I feel like she was born elsewhere. And she had an accent, so wherever she was from, she had an accent. I feel like she was very well-spoken, but she didn't speak that much. But when she did speak, it, you know, like you listened to her. People listened to her. I feel like she presented herself well, not like fancy or anything, but you would always see her, and like her hair was just right. Her clothes, like, didn't have a wrinkle on them. Like, she was always well put together. And she might have worked with the community of some sort. Thank you, Ryla. I appreciate that. And she was very loving and very affectionate. I feel like whoever this is resonating for, she would have been very prevalent in your life. Her role in your life would have been extremely important and present, very present. Hey, Keela. Extremely present in your life. And perhaps you may be, whoever this is for, may be going through a really rough patch in your life right now, and she is coming in to give you that love that she would give you when times were rough as a child, okay? So either she is like a mother, or she may be a grandmother, great-grandmother. Does anyone resonate with this energy? No? Hmm. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. That's okay, Elaine. That's okay. I'm going to post this on replay, like I said earlier. So whoever this resonates for, don't be afraid to reach out to me about this, okay? Okay. You know what's the most like taboo for me, that the messages that I do get when I do readings is when there's children involved, like mom has terminated the pregnancy for one reason or another. That's always really hard for me, more so than death by suicide. For whatever reason, for me, it's hard for me to talk about. But I've learned that when children come up, that there's purpose for it. Like in my last mediumship reading that I had, I kept getting baby, and I knew the baby was terminated. But then when the client told me why the baby was terminated, and the fact that they moved the camera and I saw that she was pregnant, and the things that I was saying about what I was feeling from the baby in the past was one of encouragement, and like what it was so validated. And I'm just like, okay, well, I can't just not give information that I'm receiving. It's, you know, just because I may feel some type of way about it. Babies, they're it for me. And I don't have any judgment. Like when women, you know, do make the choices that they make, it's their body. Who are we to judge? Okay. And this specific situation, they were assaulted. They were assaulted at a very young age, and then they made a decision to terminate the pregnancy. So who am I to judge? You know what I mean? And that took me aback. That was really difficult for me to bring forth. But like, again, like it's not about me. I get out of my own way and allow spirit to come in and give the messages that they need to give to their loved ones. And that's it. Death by suicide, that used to be kind of tricky for me because I was working a lot with death by suicides at that time. Not a lot, but I've had some in my caseload it was much. But again, like it's not about me. It's about whatever messages need to come in. How do we know who is which giving us the downloads? So in a personal reading, I'm able to like identify, like I did earlier with you, Lily. I said it was either like someone on the paternal side of the family, so either the grandfather, the father, or our uncle. And then because that's the energy that I'm feeling, like that's the type of connection that I'm feeling more or less. So the information that I'm getting is from that specific loved one in spirit. Okay. Yeah, mediumship is super interesting because you just never know what's going to come out. And before every mediumship reading that I do have, I always get a little anxious because I don't know what's going to come out. You know what I mean? Like I hope they resonate with this. This is what I'm getting. It makes sense. But spirit never fails me, you know? And before that last reading that I had that I was just talking about, I was super anxious before that reading because I hadn't had a mediumship reading since Memorial Day weekend when I did one in person in Oregon at my aunt's house. So that's, you know, a few stretches. Ollie B, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Today we're talking about Mediumship Wednesday. I was giving mediumship demonstrations, but I don't have any others at this time. But I was just talking about mediumship. And since you just joined, there's been 2 people that showed up in this live that may resonate with you. So check that out, Ollie, after I end this reading, after I end this live, because those 2 people showed up for somebody that's supposed to be here. I'm sure of it. Sure of it. So, and no, Ryla, it's not scary. It was scary as a child because I didn't understand why I was feeling the way that I was feeling and why I was experiencing things when other people weren't. So it's scare, like fear comes from lack of knowing. So once I understood who I was and what I was able to develop those abilities and to be of service. So I don't think that it's scary anymore. And I don't see outside of my eye like I used to. I see in my mind's eye, spirit. So, yeah, it's as an adult, it's not scary, but as a child, you don't know what you don't know. You know, you're seeing these things, you're having these experiences, and it's scary. You know what I mean? Like, I remember the first spirit I saw was my grandma's best friend, who was very close to me and my sister. I saw her a day before she passed, and that was the first death that I experienced at the age of 6. It was really terrifying. And then her spirit came to me not too long after the funeral, which me and my sister did not attend. And I was able to tell my grandmother exactly what she was wearing. My grandma just looked at me and she was like, "You didn't even go to the wake. How would you know that?" Because I seen her. She came to me. I saw her. That scared the shit out of me as a child. But it's natural, okay? And I always just think of the different dimensions as like they're all coinciding at the same time. And sometimes some of us can get glimpses of what's happening in between, you know. Some can see more than others, you know. Some can tap in more than others. But it's natural. It's a natural occurrence, okay? There's nothing to be afraid of if you just understand yourself a little bit deeper. And that was like one of my last posts was about developing my mediumship and just understanding why it is that I'm so fucking sensitive. And I didn't find out until 2 years ago. I went to the Arthur Findlay Spiritualist College in the UK. And I realized that, well, I was told that mediumship is the art of feeling. And so in order for spirit to communicate, they use our experiences and our emotions to help relay messages. Sometimes I get messages like as in hearing, I can actually hear or see glimpses of, or they send me like pictures or give me reference points. But it all goes back to like, how is that feeling? Like I see this, but how is this feeling to me? You know what I mean? So being really in touch with your emotions and understanding yourself emotionally is really imperative to being a medium. just in case anyone was wondering. It does take a lot of energy to work with spirit because spirit works at such a high vibration. And I didn't understand why I would always get headaches either after an event that I'll do. And I'm like, oh my God, my head hurts. And I found out it's because I wasn't working with spirit. Like I was like, my vibration wasn't high enough to get messages. And so that's why the effect of that would be, oh, like my energy, it hurts, you know, like my head hurts for that. So once I realize, like when I'm doing a reading and I feel like my head is hurting, that I know, okay, I have to extend my energy out a little bit more because I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Therefore, I'm not getting answers as clearly as I could be because my energy is not stretched out enough, if that makes sense. Okay. Feelings, yeah, it's tapping into your feelings, okay? Nat Long 397, welcome. Alyssa, welcome guys. I'm just talking a little bit about mediumship. I'm gonna repost, but there's two energies that came in that no one was able to identify. One was a young male that passed between the ages of like late teens, early 20s, no more than 20. It was very athletic. And then another one was a motherly figure, could be grandmother, but check it out. If you guys resonate with that, please let me know. Let me know. And I used to do an event called an Intimate Night with Spirit, where it would be a group reading. The last one I did, like that night, I got the flu. Like after I was done working, my throat started hurting back. Not last January. Last January it happened. Last January. And that was the last one that I did. Because I was going to do another one, but then COVID hit. Yeah, so it was last year. And I got the flu right after that. Sucked. I haven't had the flu in like 15 years. I was like, what the hell? Like right before COVID hit, like really hit. And so, yeah, like I want to nourish my mediumship more, because the more you practice, the more you grow, right? Development never ends. Healing never ends. And no, Ryla, you did not affect me by saying that it's scary or offend me. I'm not easily offended. But we're afraid of what we don't understand. That's just human nature. So no, I'm not offended by that. There are energies out there that are scary. I've come across them as a child. That shit is scary as fuck. But like I say, there has to be dualities, polarities in life, and that's just how it is. And you have more positive energy and you have more negative energy, and they have to coincide with each other because this is duality. But I tend to just want to attract the positive. I don't want any lower vibrational energies around me. I'm not there anymore. And we are all there. This is a cycle of life. We all get there. But it's what we do once we're out, okay? And it's like ebbs and flows in life, right? I feel like I could be like a motivational speaker or something, because I'm like always optimistic all the time. But I have that hope. I'm the star. I'm Aquarius, the star in tarot. I just did a reading for someone, and the star came up, and I was like, you know, the star is the most optimistic energy that there is in the tarot. And as a matter of fact, like I didn't want to work with tarot because the organization that I was with, Modern Spiritualist Church in America, they don't approve of tarot because tarot doesn't prove the continuity of life. That's how it was worded. But the UK spiritualists, they do numerology, they do tarot, they do past life regressions, they do astrology, they do all this shit. And so I was like, okay, tarot is such a taboo. Like, oracle cards are such a taboo in my church. So I was like, I feel kind of like, I don't want to do it, but I'm feeling drawn to it. And I said, you know, I'm not gonna work with tarot unless it's gifted to me. Last summer, one of my neighbors gifted me a tarot deck, and I was like, and it was the original deck. It was this deck, actually. I'm getting ready to record my Patreon readings after this, so I have my decks out for it. But she gifted me this deck, and I said, oh shit, like I have no other excuse but to learn the tarot, the great tarot. So I did some research on it, but like I work with tarot more intuitively than just like what's on the cards, like what the meaning of the cards mean. I go really intuitive, and like I've learned from like my tarot readings, I can get your answer like in 5 minutes, maybe less than that. It's real quick. I can't snap my nails, guys, because I'm too oily. Oily Amber, oily Amber. I am oily. But I don't know how to snap my fingers. It's a mystery. It just, I can't do it. And it has nothing to do with my nails. It's just, I can't do it. Anyway, I digress. But I started working with tarot, and that's been amazing. I work with tarot on my Patreon, where I do readings every day. Anyone that tells you that you can do mediumship through cards is full of shit, because it's not. I'm sorry. No, there's a difference between tarot, a psychic, and a difference between mediumship and medium. They're two different things, two different purposes. But yeah, I enjoy working with tarot, because normally my sessions, I could have like a 15-minute session with tarot and get you what you need in and out. But I like to block off the extra 15 minutes to process any information that comes in, because I'm also a therapist. So like that processing is really important to me. And when you go to a reader, they should not be telling you anything new. Like, you should just be gaining clarity more than anything else. Clarity. Some people are able to predict things. Like, when I do readings, if something comes up, like a number, I will say that number. And I'm like, I don't know what this means, but like, this is the number that I'm getting. So this is going to be prevalent to you. And one reading that I did specifically was one of my friends. And she became a friend through like being my client. But I got the number 6. I was like, I don't know what this means, but like 6. So just like put this in the back of your mind. So it was like 6 months later, and she was like, she hits me up. She says, I know what number 6 means. I was like, what? She was like, my store's opening in like now. And that was 6 months ago when you said 6. And then she was like, and I'm pregnant. And I was like, no way. She's like, yeah. And I don't know how many months she was pregnant at that time, but she was pregnant and she's getting ready to open her store. So I was just like, wow, like you don't know, you know, like, so I never say that I'm a fortune reader. I will tell you what I'm getting, and that's it. That's it. I don't play with that like future shit or anything like that. I help clarify situations. That's what I'm good at, and help you process through them. I'm very good at that. And thank you, Alyssa. This is my favorite tarot deck, the black and gold. I have like a few others, but this tops it for me. We have a great connection, me and this deck. A great connection. I can get you your answers in less than like 5 minutes. Really. And they'd be direct too. Direct. Okay. Okay. So this is going longer than what I wanted it to go. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in giving me a tip or love donation, that information is in my highlights. And if you're interested in getting a reading with me, that information is in the link in my bio. And if any of these messages resonate with you, that you're not a part of this live, send me a message, let me know, and see if I can get any more information for you. And thank you so much for being here and engaging with me. I love it. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. And I will see you sooner than later. Bye for now.